Come on in, fam. Come on, JP. Master teacher. Come on, KD. Oh, yeah, we back at you one more time. It's the Truth Session. And of course, I am your host with the most. I am the one. The apostle, the prophet, that's right, the cosmic commander. Coming into your eardrums with 2,400 watts of power. Into your eye gates with that which you can see, and you won't be late to be able to do what you need to do within this time frame that you got to do your work in. Yeah, it's your work day today. We're going to talk about some powerful things today. As always, sitting in the captain's seat today, your very own captain. Listen, we got to give a black hand to none other than the master teacher, the quantum shifter, the shape shifter, the code breaker, baby. Always doing an excellent job. Come on in, fam. Y'all know how we do this. We take time to share. I know some of you, you'll be tuning in later on. You can just pop right on into the session. But those of you that flow with us from the beginning, you know we work it up. We work up a lather. Come on here. We open up that ram so we can get all that is possible, probable, and give us that greatest ram and level of potential. Isn't that wonderful? That is a wonderful thing. Listen, you in the place where your thoughts really matter and they really count. That's right. You will not be derided, dehumanized, demonized, ostracized, cast to the side. Listen, your thoughts really matter and they really count. Thank you for joining us here in the Truth Session. Now take time out to hit that share button. Tell somebody. Oh, the host with the most is live in the Truth Session. I love you. I'm not remiss to say thank you for donating your time on Saturdays. Thank you. With grateful gratitude. Thank you. Come on in, fam. Get some of this smooth blue. Oh yeah, we're about to activate some things. Talking about that smooth blue. Oh yeah, let's go into that theta ram. Let's get all them possibilities, probabilities, and that potential for you today. Come on, family. Come on here. Somebody tell him what it is. What is it? What is it? Come on. What is it? What is it? Oh! Oh! Woo! Oh, that's smooth blue, baby. Come on, give me some energy. Give me some energy. about that smooth blue? Oh yeah. I see you, Kizzy. My squad. Come on here, Stephanie. Oh, head of the my squad. Oh, I see y'all. Y'all ready? You ready? Oh yeah. Talking about that smooth blue. Woo! That's right, today is a call-in number. Tell them what it is, head of the Mod Squad, Stephanie. That's gonna be 318-493-9595. We'll get you on live with none other than the host with the most, the one. We can talk about some things. Listen, today we're gonna be dealing with for what purpose? Yeah, oh yeah, isn't that something? Yes. For what purpose? Just take a little bit more time to share, family. That's all I'm doing. And then I'm going to come at you. We'll set our tone. And then we'll get into this thing. All right, how y'all doing today, fam? Everybody good? You know, it's an amazing thing how every Saturday we can come into the session and the internet will do its own thing. Have anybody ever experienced that? And I'm quite sure you have. I guess being a bit rhetorical. sort of for speaking. My Facebook page has been acting up. Haven't been able to access it. Y'all give me just a minute. But in the meantime, in the between time, let's go ahead and set this frequency. And then we'll go ahead and jump into this. We're going to be dealing with, as I shared with you before, we're going to be dealing with for what purpose. Okay? For what purpose? Call all things to order. Everything is everything. Therefore, we call everything and all things to order. Universe, we call you to order. Emin Abba, we call you to order. The Almighty Ones, the creators of all things, we call you to order. Ascended Masters, we call you to order. We call you to order. Divine readers, divine seers, divine healers, divine coaches, divine sociologists, psychologists, psychiatrists. We call you now to order. Physiologist, biologist, we call you to order. All things come to order. Every leader now to order. To order. Every listener to order. Now every prophet to order. Now the apostolic and prophetic to order. Now we call all things to order. We call the realm of healing to order now. Bring about healing now, right now, right now, right now, right now, healing. Right now, all things come to order. The truth session is now in order. Everyone in the truth session come to order. Come on, I need some sounds on sounds. I need some energy. I need some energy. Come on, family. Come on, family, raise your vibe. Raise your vibrations. Come on, raise your vibrations. Raise your vibrations. Come on. Come on, come on. Come in here. Come on. Come on, come on, fire. Come on, wind. Come on, fire, wind, air. Come on, earth. Come on, all metals, all wood. Come on, come to order. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on, master teacher. Give me that crescendo. Give me that crescendo. Here it comes. Like rivers of living water, let it flow. Like rivers of living water, let it flow. Like rivers of living water, let it flow. Shines, give me some shines. Like rivers of living water, let it flow. Like rivers of living water, let it flow. Come on, y'all, give it to me, give it to me. Come on, family. Like rivers of living water, let it flow. Here it come on, here it come. Let your healing flow, let your healing flow. Let your healing flow. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. I want to put something out here for you all, family, so that we can get started. Give me just a minute. Let us stay in that ram just for a minute so that we can get our healing, so that we can get those things that we need to flow. Some of us been stopped up and we need to flow. Grande Zoe. I can't see everybody yet, but I'll see y'all in a minute. Let me put this. One more round. One more round, let's heave it down. One more round, let's heave it down. I see y'all, family. I see y'all hanging in there. We're going to get into it. For what purpose? Come on, bring me some of that smooth blue. Y'all all right out there today? Okay. Okay. Now, I put something out there for you guys to take a peek at, right? Did y'all see it? Stephanie said, catch it is in the wind. I see the loves. I see the thunder. I see the water. Come on. Hey, Jesse. Yes. Let me check our timeline, and then we're going to get into this thing. I see Yolanda, Mod Squad. I see the Mod Squad showing strong. I see you, Zoe. Zoe always in the house. Shout out to you, Zoe. We're going to get into some things today. I was asked a question. Someone came into my DM and they said, well, we noticed that there is a great number of females or women or queens on your timeline. And they said, well, I would love to hear from the men. One thing you must understand about males are less likely to tap into things that are fearful of information. And I know that's a sweeping accusation. And I'm not saying that we have all the answers. That's not what I'm saying. One of the things that we do here in the Truth Session is that we work with the fragment or the particle that has been given unto us to develop so that we can touch the particles and the fragments of others to create a larger picture so that we can all see where we're going. But I'm going to talk about some very powerful things here in just a second. But I thought I would make mention of that. That listen, you're here because you're supposed to be here. You're here by divine acclamation. You're here by divine order. You're here because divinely you've been spoken to and you have an ear to hear what the Spirit is saying. That's why you've joined us here today in the Truth Session. I make no apologies. We're not a gossip session. We're not here to spew out garbage, but we're here to give you that portion that you need for your journey. You're on a journey, and always remember, it's not the journey itself, it's how you take your journey. So the more information that you have and digest, the easier it is to make greater and more informed choices and decisions to get you to where you're ultimately headed. Right? Yes, that's what's up. So it's very important to hear that which is for you. Again, for what purpose are we dealing with today? And I think you're going to see that it's going to be very powerful. Okay? So hang in here with me. I want to shout out my daughter today. It's her birthday today, Hadessa Raya Clay. Shout out to you, and shout out to all of you all that are having a birthday today, a day of entrance, a born day. And shout out to my other daughter, Elisheba, who had a birthday on the 18th. And to all of you all, if you're having a birthday, a day of entrance, a born day today, put it on the timeline. Let us know. Also, when you come into the room, please let us know where you're hailing from. Okay? Thank you, Monique, for your donation. Thank you, Prince of Peace, for your donation. I want to challenge the entire Mod Squad to give a donation today. And if you're on the timeline and you're able to give a donation today, give a donation. Take time out to create that energy, that current that you need by your giving and with your giving. Okay? Okay, I want to put this thought out here, and then I'm going to move into something else. I want to deal with this thought called enneagram or enneagramming. Okay? And then again, the dial-in number is out there if you want to be on with the one, the apostle, the prophet, the cosmic commander. If you have a comment, you want to ask a question, please don't hesitate to call in. You won't be interrupting the session. Okay? For what purpose? I want to go into this, and then I'm going to come back to this quote that I put out there for a reason. I want to deal with enneagramming or your enneagram. Enneagram is accessing the innermost center of the mind, which we're talking about the pineal or the pineal gland, which is a module, which we know is composed of crystals. Piezo, electrical or electricity. We've dealt with that. You can go back in the other sessions and catch up on that. But it deals with the ability to take light, turn it into energy, energy, turn it into light. It deals with your ability to become energy and take that energy and transform other things and cause other things to happen, right? But this is the module. Accessing the innermost center of the mind, the pineal or the module that has the ability to receive and record messages, or get downloads or information comes into it, and then you're able to interpret that information. This is important. You hear me and you hear me well, because we're at a stage that we must be struck. Your pineal gland must be stimulated and turned on. Some of us, our pineal glands or pineal glands are vestigial, which means that they become calcified. They're no longer at the level of usage that it's profitable unto us or profitable unto us. Okay? Now, that has the ability to receive and record messages. exhibits communications, right? Be drawn upon. It can be drawn upon, written upon, imprinted upon, impressed upon, manifesting what has been assimilated or what has been downloaded. Within you is the ability to download information and then project it back out. Yes, that's right. Session 4 last, I talked about the magnetites. I talked about the magnetites that are in our brain that allows us to be able to teleport, that allow us to be telepathic, to take information that is within us and share it one with the other without opening our mouth. Okay, let me show you something. Okay. Now, here's how we could confuse, right? When I said mouth, I know the first thing you said to yourself, it is that little area below our nose and above our chin, right? Mouth. And I said that we're not speaking with our mouth, we're telepathically with our magnetite. Magnetite is where we get our term to be magnetic from, to be magnetized. So what our words do is they magnetize, right? Okay, so when you look at word, let's take this word mouth, okay? If we look at this word mouth in the Hebrew, it is actually the word pay. Pay in the Hebrew is mouth, but guess what it means in the Hebrew? It means mind. It means your mind. Your mouth actually is your mind, and your mind is your mouth. Okay? I know, right? Isn't that interesting? That's powerful. That your mind has the ability to what? Your mind has the ability to do what? Your mind has the ability to speak. Listen, when you really tap into who you really are, what you're going to find out is that you're speaking with your mind and not with your physical mouth. When you tap into that particular region of your abilities, you're going to have the ability to telepathically communicate with others, because you'll understand that your real mouth is your mind. Say it again. Speak your what? Speak your mind, because that's what you're actually really speaking with. Your mouth is only a conveyor belt. It is a conveyance. It is what we use to convey what is in our minds, because where your mind is speaking, right? Okay, we getting there. Let's develop this. It's a good thought. It's all right. Okay, now remember we talked about what? Mind, didn't we? We talked about mind in the Hebrew is the word what? What? Beitan, which means what? Womb, right? The womb of the mind. Say it again. The womb of the mind, right? Okay, so the womb of the mind, when you think about it, or Beitan, in the Hebrew for the word womb, okay, means your mind. What happens in your mind? You birth out what? Thoughts, don't you? Thoughts, what? Ideals, what? Concepts, and the likes, right? Where at? In the, so they're what? Birth. Say it again. Birth out, right? So where do you really get pregnant at first? In your where? Say it again. You get pregnant in your mind. So your mind is a very powerful thing to waste. Stick with me. Okay? So this is why we're trying to get to the what? Yeah, we're trying to get to that pineal what gland, right? We're trying to get to it. Why are we trying to get to it? So that we can do what? Start birthing out what? Ideas, thoughts, and say it again, concepts and the likes. Because we know it's more that goes on in the brain or in the mind. Correct? All right, so this deals with your what? It deals with your what? Enneagramming.
Yes, sir.
It deals with the innermost parts of you. So your enneagramming deals with your what?
Program.
Your programming. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
So at some point you're being programmed by some what? Thing.
Yeah.
You're being programmed by some thing, right, in your enneagramming. So what you want to be careful about is what you are allowing to touch your enneagramming, because you're going to become pregnant in your what? Womb. In the womb of your what? Mind. So if someone is touching your womb with the wrong ideals, you become pregnant with those ideas. You become pregnant with those concepts. You become pregnant with those what? Thoughts. But for what purpose? This is why I'm asking the question. For what purpose is what we're dealing with today? So we're dealing with your what? Enneagram, and coming back to where? Your what? Mind, based upon what? Your pineal gland and how it has been what? Struck. Now, what we found out through research is that it is not so much that we develop through the genetics that are passed down as much as it is the involvement of the environment that we're in. You've heard the expression, you are a product of your environment, right? It is true. Because what we found out is that cells they develop as a result of the information that is given to them based upon the environment that they're in or you may be in. So it develops you. So if you're in an environment where survivability is the number one thing, then your brain is going to interpret that and send that to your cells, and your cells are going to develop a behavior that's consistent with survivability, right? So it's very important to begin to understand these things, and for what purpose, right? Okay. Now, let us move on, and I want to get into this. Now, we've dealt with this on some level, and I want to bring it back so we can kind of deal with it on some fullness, and I'll get into some other things. Just bear with me. Y'all okay out there? Let me know if you all can see this, because my internet is doing its own thing. Thank you, Master Teacher, for your donation. Can you all see that? Okay. Good. All right. Now, listen to this. You'll hear me and you'll hear me well. Okay? Okay. Listen to this. Now, when the universe aligns, you hear me and you hear me well. Listen. When the universe aligns, there is a unifying articulation of thought. There is a unifying articulation of thoughts, ideas, concepts, and the likes that are released to those that are in tune with its divine design, purpose, or purposes. Are you with me? Catch what I'm saying to you. When the universe aligns, please denote that I'm not being condescending. I really want you to get this because it will develop you in a way that will be extraordinary. Okay? Now, when the universe aligns, there is a unifying articulation. It's going to be some chatter. It's going to be some talking. Okay? It's going to be some communications going on of thoughts, ideas, concepts, and the likes that are released to those that are in tune with this divine design, purpose, or purposes. And what do I mean by that? When you are in tune with the universe, you realize that you're not the only voice that's being utilized by the universe. What you realize is that the universe is speaking through more than one mouth at the same time, but the articulation has a variation to it. But it has the same common thread that runs through it. For example, you can hear a certain conversation from one person, and then you can go and hear another conversation and you will say that, whoa, that conversation sounds similar to what she said or he said, right? But they've never met, never talked, but they're having almost the same conversation, right? Why? Because they are in tune, in a line with the divine purpose of the universe. You hear me and you hear me well today. This is important, that there is no one person that has all of the answers. There is no one way to do anything. And as the wisest of us, our elders always said that there is more than one way to do what? Skin a cat. There is more than one way to skin a cat. And also there is more than one way into whatever particular city or state that you live in. There are different avenues that you could take to get there, right? Just take a minute and think about it. Whatever city you live in, there's different highways that you can take to get to the same destination. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, that's what has been given to you to do, but it has also been given to you to make the journey, to get to that same destination that we're all trying to get back to, and that is the all-knowing source. Right? So why am I saying this? Because you know when you are aligned, the articulation, it'll be found somewhere, everywhere. Wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, you'll hear it. You can pick it up. You can be passing by the TV and hear something, and it'll spark what you've heard, and you'll be like, wow. Why? Because you're in tune. Come on here. You're in tune with what's going on in the universe. So let us get away from this notion that there is this one individual that we need to listen to, that we need to hear, and that we need to follow. Listen, my ears are fine-tuned to find that which has the ability to navigate me through the next realm and phase and level of what it is that I am doing. And that is the same thing for you, that you want the navigation. You want to be able to be navigated to the next place in space and time so that you can fulfill what? Your destiny. You can fulfill what? The purpose. For what purpose? So that you can fulfill your purpose. Yeah, you have a purpose. So that you can fulfill that purpose. Because there is a plan for you. It is in the constitution of your makeup. But guess what? It is activated upon what it hears. When it hears, there is an activation and it comes into action. And then it begins to manifest that it has been awakened. When you are awake, there are some things that are going to really begin to happen. When you have been struck, when your pineal gland is turned on, when your kundalini has been struck, and that energy is flowing freely through you, you're going to begin to have premonitions, deja vu. Y'all know what? Oh man, this didn't happen before. Premonitions. Oh, I've seen this before. Deja vu. Right? What is happening? You're being turned on. You're recalling that you've done this before. This is what's happening. Now, being that you have heard this, now it must happen. It's going to happen for you, to you, around you, and because of you, it's going to happen. Because you are the one. That's right, you're the one. Right? So let me read that in your hearing one more time, and I need you to get a drawing. Catch this. When the universe aligns, there is a unifying articulation of thoughts, ideals, concepts, and the likes that are released to those that are in tune with its design, purpose, or purposes. When you are in tune, you're going to get a download. Remember, we was talking about the module. We was talking about the enneagramming. Your enneagram has the ability to download what? Information. And then you can assess that information and then utilize that information for your growth, for your journey, and even give it to others for their purpose. Right? Okay. Now, let me look at this quote that I put out there. Can you guys still see it, or do I need to put it back? Put it out there again? Okay. Okay, let me put this back out there for you guys again. I'm sorry. Say again. The quote that I put out there, nobody made a greater mistake. You see it? Can you put that back out there? Because my computer is. Okay. Look under the teacher will appear. Thank you, Rhonda, the Mod Squad, for your donation. Can y'all see Master Teacher? Okay. All right, you got it? Okay, can you guys see that? I want you all to see that. Yes, that's right, Zoe. That harmonic convergence. Resonance effect, yes. Kizzy says, it's like being pregnant. There are vitamins you need, food, water, etc., and things you need to stop so the baby can grow healthy and strong. And certain things the fetus in the womb doesn't like or take well, and it affects the mother. This is the same way we should treat our minds and eye gates. We should take in the proper things that are going to help our mind expand and grow healthy. I concur wholeheartedly. Okay. Zoe says, no speeding past the divine processing needed. You have to grow through the process. You can't just arrive at the destination without moving along the journey. You are categorically correct. Synchronization, confirmation, magnetizing, says Kizzy. Zoe says, I remember some past lives. Well, they are not past as we know. I understand exactly what you're saying. Thank you for putting that out there, Stephanie. Please take time to sow to the channel, to the station, to the session. Zoe says, when you're assessing information, truth has a resonance and you will feel it in your body. Yes, that is true, Zoe. Thank you for that. Now, we're at the master teacher. Look at this. I want you to just ponder this. Just for a second, just take a minute and ponder this. Right? Okay. Take a minute and ponder this. Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could do only a little. Just take a second. I want you to just ponder that just for a second. While I take a water break. Now think about that. How many of you have done nothing because you felt like you can only do a little? I know I've been guilty of that. Right? Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could do only a little. Edmund Burks. Think about that. Think about that in your mind. You're in the truth session today. There's something that you can do in this session. You can call in. You can demonstrate on the timeline. You can donate. There are things that you can do because you think you can only do a little. I'm talking to us. I'm not talking to any individual. I'm talking to all of us because I've been guilty of it. Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could do only a little. This is one of the reasons why with painstaking efforts we come into the truth session with information for you so that you can have the greatest outcome, the greatest expression, the greatest potential, the greatest probability, the greatest possibility for yourself. Because we found out just because it only may be a little, oh, it becomes great. How many of us have been guilty? I know I've been guilty. Because I can only do a little, I decided to do nothing. But that little bit, it's the little leaven that leavens the whole lump. It is that small particle that blows up and becomes matter and manifests itself as a dream, as a thought, as an ideal, as a vision, as a concept. And you become great as a result of it. Take your smallness and cause it to become great. Do it, family. You can do it. This is your season. This is your time to become exponential. This is your turn. This is your turn in an esoteric way to expand and manifest that which is invisible, that's seemingly impossible. Because quantum leap, we've laid a foundation, being that we have now, it must manifest and work for you. That those quantum principles work, begin to leap into the next realm, into the next thought, the next idea, the next concept. Begin to manifest. It's your season and your time to manifest. Come on, stick with me. Welcome to my world. Come on, walk with me, like Black Ice says.
Come on and walk with me.
Can y'all see that? Can you all see that? Okay. Listen to this. Discourse is a result of nothing being in alignment nor in tune with the design purpose of the universe. So, there is conflict with individuals, persons, groups, etc. or etc. Why am I saying this? Please, and you'll hear me well. Discourse is a result of not being in alignment nor in tune with the design purpose of the universe. So, what happens is your articulation gets off. You start articulating from your own thought processes and not from the design purpose of the universe. So your sound is off. Your talk is off. Your swag is off. Your behavior is off. Your actions are out of order. Your communicate is off. And you keep with the same articulation. You're with the same old humdrum, sort of, for speaking. You're with the same old language from back in the day. You haven't upgraded your language, your vocabulary, your thesaurus, your dictionary, your diction, your ability to speak on a different level. You haven't tapped into the next realm and level of that because you're not in divine order. You're not in the order of what the universe is doing. So you're not in tune. So your vibrations are off. Your frequency is off. So why am I saying this? Because when you're in tune with the universe, there is always going to be more than one voice speaking almost the same things. And I'm not talking about the sharing of information. I'm talking about that you've never met, you've never shared notes, you've never looked online to see what someone is saying or looked in someone's information to get their information. But because you are in tune, come on here, the magnetites in your mind, come on here, are alert, are stimulated, and you are teleporting, teleposing, telecommunicating. Because your gift is online. You've been struck by the universe. You hear me, and you hear me well. I'm almost finished with you. I know I'm putting a little bit of information on you, but it's okay. Because you can handle it, because you're being stretched. You have to be stretched to be able to take on new downloads. I've used this example often. Women that wear pantyhose. What do you do before you put your pantyhose on? You put your hand in them and stretch them. Why are you stretching them? So that when you put them on, you won't ruin them. You won't put a run in them. Right? You've ever been to the circus or ever been anywhere where a clown is blowing up a balloon? Right? Have you ever noticed that that clown stretches that balloon before he puts it on the spigot and blows it up? Why? Because if not, then the balloon will bust or burst. Right? So you have to be stretched so that you won't receive overload. And then the information is not downloaded properly. That you've only got bits and pieces of it and used it erroneously. But what we are interested in is the fact that you get the complete download and assess it so that it gives you the greatest probability, possibility, potential to achieve your goals, your means, your ends, to make it to your destiny. That's what's important, right? Okay. Now, okay, listen to this again. Let me recap. This course is a result of not being in alignment nor in tune with the design purpose of the universe. So there is conflict with what? Individuals, persons, groups, etc. Have you noticed? Just take a minute and think about how the church is constantly in conflict with others. Even in our Muslim community. Even in the conscious community. Even in the Ufa community. Even in the Hebrew Israelite community. I can go down the line. Conflict. Why? Because we haven't perfectly tuned into what the universe is saying to us so that we can all come together. Because we're stronger together than apart. Because when you individualize yourself, you make yourself an easy target. Right? So when you understand the principle of having more than one head, then you realize that if they take away one, there's another. If they take that one away, there is another. 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 You never lose leadership. Okay? All right. Now, I want to say this, and there's more that I have for you. And we'll do that in another session. But here's what I want to leave you with. This is my thought. This is what I leave you with. In your darkest times is when you birth out the greatest ideas, thoughts, concepts, visions, dreams. That's in your darkest times. When light comes, you can no longer see. For it is the light that blinds. Catch what I just said. When the light comes, you can no longer see because it is the light that really actually blinds you. Those that are awake are woken in the night. I say this again for you. Listen to this. In your darkest times is when you birth out the greatest ideas, concepts, thoughts, dreams, visions. When light comes, you can no longer see, for it is the light that blinds. Light blinds you. Those that are awake are woken in the night. Why am I saying this? Because it's very important to understand the dark. The majority of people fear the dark, fear the night. But the night is when everything is being constructed. Everything is being mused over, pondered on, meditated upon. Whereas in the darkness is where you begin to what? Make it, construct it. You only manifest it in the light But what you see in the light is not what was made in the dark. The light only blinds you to what it really is. Oh, you'll hear me and you'll hear me well. What you have to understand is that within you is all power. All power has been given unto you to construct, for you to make, for you to come together, for you to build, for you to manifest. All power is within your hands. All power is not given unto Jesus Christ that sits at the right hand of the Father, but all power has been given unto you. I know some said that's sacrilegious. He's blaspheming. He's the Antichrist. But I submit to you that all power has been given unto you. Even the master teacher himself, Yahushua, said, these works that I do, ye shall do greater works. So if he said that these works that I do, you shall do greater works, works there is the Greek word ergo, from ergon, which is where we get our word energy from, which means that you should have greater energy. You should have the ability to be able to do greater things through the energy that you carry, because you're going to have all power within you, within your hands, within your being, within your community, within your construct, within your atmosphere. And you'll be able, come on here, to enlighten others, because you've been empowered. Because you've been empowered. It's in darkness that you gain your greatest strength, not in the light. It is in the night that you grow strong. It is in the night that your body regains its natural height as you lay atop your bed. It is true that we lose at least an inch in height, because in the daytime standing our joints sink and we grow shorter. But in the night, when you lay down, you get taller. Everything is happening where? In the night. But where's your greatest fear at? In the night. So if fear is there, you're never developing and constructing the things that you are supposed to construct. I'll remind you, nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could only do little. Remember, family, this is your season, this is your time to do what you've been called to do. Let me check this timeline and I'll get you out of here. Zoe says this is where shadow work helps, as it creates space for more light information. Yes. Sergeant at Arms Kiana Etheridge says facts. KD says in the dark. Zoe says it is in the dark that seeds grow. Yes, it is. Kiana Etheridge says boom. Oh yeah, I remember that one. My Squad Runda says we're taught to fear the dark. Yes, we are. Sergeant at Arms says love the dark, moon child. Yes, indeed. You know, I know. The dark needs love too. Say it, Zoe. Just trying to see if I can get y'all. Thank you, Elder Empress, for being in the house. Rosalind McLean. Thank you, Monique. Monique says, I have at times decided not to go to the gym yet because I didn't have as much time as I needed to commit. I hear you. So you didn't do nothing. I hear you. Yes, Kizzy says faith as small as a mustard seed. Even in the Bible it says faith if as a mustard seed can move a mountain. Faith if a mustard seed can move a mountain. Yes, indeed. Mustard seed, smallest seed. Yes, Zoe says turn thought into action. Yes, Rhonda says I have. Yes, Master Teacher says quantum entanglement interwoven with symphonic, melodic, harmonic congruency. Yes, sir. Zoe says when you're assessing info, truth has a resonance and you will feel it in your body. Yes. Yes, indeed. This is your time and this is your season, and I leave this with you once again. Nobody made a greater mistake. Wait a minute, I have to honor the nectar today by KD. Again, nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing, because he could do only a little. And I'll leave you with my thought. This is my thought. You can use it if you choose to. And your darkest time is when you birth out the greatest ideas, thoughts, concepts, visions, dreams. When light comes, you can no longer see, for it is the light that blinds. Those that are awake are woken in the night. And I've come to the space, place, and time where I must say, hold what you got. Muse over it. Cogitate upon it. Ponder on it. Meditate upon it. But by all means, govern yourselves accordingly. One love, eternal light, peace, power, prosperity, and good health. Shalom Aleichem, Mishpachah. Peace be unto you, family.